Welcome to coffee time. We are going to be doing some espresso today. So last week we were gifted. Was it last week? God, I've lost track of time. We were gifted the Square Mile red brick, which we did try as an espresso, and it was very good. And it was extremely, in fact, it was probably one of the best espressos I've ever had at home. And then I tried to make like a little Americano with it, and it didn't quite make, it wasn't quite the same. So today, I'm going to try more. I'm gonna have another one espresso and just have it as an espresso, just double espresso shot. I don't think I've ever done that on stream before. Just had an espresso shot, but we're gonna do that. And then we might do like a cappuccino-y latte sort of thing. I'll just froth some milk and see what happens, to see how that affects it. But yes, that's what we're doing today. We're doing some espresso machine stuff.
Hey there, just a quick reminder, this is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week Monday, Friday and Sundays, or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video.
Joe's having a cold brew this morning. You know, it's been getting warmer and I've been thinking, should I just do a cold brew? Should I get some cold brew on the go? Don't know. It's good to have in the fridge ready, just ready to pour and go. But like, I haven't found a coffee which is great at home for cold brew. I haven't found one yet. And I don't want to like waste really decent coffee like this on a cold brew when it's, you know, it's intended to be an espresso sort of thing. Because you need to put a lot of coffee in and then wait to see if you get the output you want. So it's an expensive process in terms of time and coffee amounts. Anyway, we're putting 20 grams in. 20 grams of, in fact, I'll keep that out because I'm not going to use it. Keep that there. Knock over my thing. There we go. So, oh yeah, quick reminder, does it say on here? This is a medium roast, which should give blackcurrant, apple, nougat, and almond flavorings. It is a blend, this one from Brazil and Colombia, almost 50-50. And this was roasted on the 28th of May. Now, when ooh, that smells nice. When I did this last week, and I tasted the espresso, it was one of the best flavors I've ever tasted. Do I want to go finer? Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go as fine as we can and see what happens. Remember that my grinder is not an espresso grinder, so it can't grind as fine as and as in fine increments as I'd like. But yes, it was a genuinely great coffee. If we're going to do an espresso, I need an espresso cup. There we are. There's my little espresso cup that I got from Mallorca when I went there. Now, traditionally with an espresso shot, so if you were to go to like Italy and just like sit at a cafe and have an espresso shot or a double or whatever, they would usually just automatically give you a glass of water, a small glass of water, not a big one, probably no bigger than this mug, maybe smaller. That's generally how it happens. Is you get just like a small glass of water, because the water like it's for cleansing your palate, tongue, and it's also for changing the flavor of the espresso. You're supposed to like sort of drink both one after the other, because you don't shot the espresso like you would an alcohol shot. Even though it's that small, you would sip it. You know, you would take your time with it, and then you drink some water and same, and like keep repeating. And it's a nice relaxed sort of approach. I love every time I've been to Italy and I've had one, just sitting in the cafe for like half an hour sipping an espresso shot. Oh, lovely, absolutely lovely. Anyway, that's my experience anyway. That's typically what I've experienced, is no matter where I go, if I ask for an espresso, they would give you some water and you're supposed to just take your time with it. The water's there it can change the flavors slightly, because you can sort of refresh your palate and also water it down in your mouth a little bit. But also remember that it's concentrated coffee, so you know it's quite acidic, which is why you should probably like brush your teeth or something after coffee. Not that I do, but it's not great for your teeth because of the acidity of it. Of course, that changes depending on the coffee you're having and the way it's brewed and whatnot. This is a little bit staticky. Maybe I ground it a little bit too fine. Sticking a little bit. I'm just going to distribute this out to break up those clumps that came through. Not sure if that's... There we go. Oop. I'm going to switch to this camera. There we go. Do a tamp. Lovely and flat. There we go. I can already smell the lovely scents. Put our puck filter on there. Right. Do a little cool flush. Has anyone got any good plans for today? What are you doing? What are you up to? Got the dust on this camera. Oh my god. I cleaned it like a couple of weeks ago. Come on, get in. There we go. Lock in place. How is that? Perfect. Get you in there. I could do it directly into the mug, but the mug is slightly smaller than this, and I don't want to miss anything. So, let's get that going. 25 to 35 seconds, what we're aiming for. I've just got to pack my bags. Ooh, that's a little restricted. It's coming out a little slow, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We're all good with that. It's not too slow. It'll be just in the range, I think. And that should be about 40 mils for 20 grams in. Should we weigh it? Should we do this properly? I haven't done this in a while. I usually just guess because I know the values. I know when it roughly gets to there, that's about right. Let's give it a little way, shall we? So there you go, there's the espresso shot. Lovely. Oh my god, 41.1. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed that. There we go. Smashed it. Let's go back to this one. You call this an espresso shot? Is that the same as a normal espresso? Yes. Yes. Espresso is the shot. This is a double, because espresso traditionally was about 8 mils. That's now, well, 8 to 10 traditionally when they first started doing them. Then that's now roughly about 16 to 20. It kind of just got bigger and bigger for a single shot. And so I'm putting 20 grams in, so I'm getting 40 out, so it's a double. Yeah, traditionally it was a very small shot, like small amount. But yeah, I say espresso shot, it's because it's just it's because it's the size of a shot glass, you know. Yeah, it is. That's what an espresso is. You normally don't have to say espresso, just say shot. Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't know why I'm saying it today. I just am. Anyway, the other thing is, people are like, oh, you need to drink it quickly, and because, you know, it goes off. It doesn't go off. Espresso does not go off. I've got my water here. People tend to think that, you know, you need to drink it quickly while it's hot, and because it's a small amount, it's got, you know, it's going to cool down quicker. But that's fine, because your mouth, your taste buds work better around 60 degrees. So you want it to cool a little bit. You want to give it time, and you want to just spend. The whole point is to. It's like it's an experience, you know. It's a bit of mindfulness, a bit of just take your time with something. Don't rush. Don't rush. If you've ever been to Italy, it's very much their culture to just take you know, to just relax. Oh, I'm just gonna have a coffee, take my time. Don't espresso your espresso. I mean, the name of it means, you know, it's quick. It's a quick thing, but it's a quick thing to make, really. I think. No, take your time with it. It's also an afternoon sort of evening sort of thing. So if you ever speak to an Italian, cappuccinos and lattes are morning drinks. You would not have a cappuccino after maybe 10 a.m. You would have espressos after that. That's traditionally how it is, and they would frown upon an evening cappuccino because it's a milk-based drink, and I don't know, they've got some weird things going on about there, but that's just the culture and stuff. You do whatever you want. Anyway, should we have a taste? Oh, that's intense. Oh, so instantly hit with the side of the mouth with sweetness. Oh, instant sweetness. And now I've got like that intense coffee flavor in the middle of my mouth. And the more I taste it, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Marianne, hello, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Leo, I'm late because I was cooking eggs because Geek made me An egg fiend. What? I'm sorry. What? Geek made you an egg fiend accidentally. We have you know, 2 types of baked beans in the house because I don't like mosses. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's fair. Fair enough. That's fair enough. Are you a Heinz person? Are you a Heinz person, Leo? Anyway, espresso. Take your time with it. Enjoy it. Oh, yeah. That's got like instantly, like, it's a little sharp. You take Tesco's cheapest. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, there's like a sharpness right at the start of that. And then it gets into like more full-bodied sort of thing. Oh, yeah. I can't drink espressos straight up.
This right here is my favorite thing ever in the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Oh. Yeah, I don't drink them that often because it's a very intense flavor. Like sometimes you just don't want that. I don't think I could drink these all the time. I like more smooth coffee for like my everyday stuff. But yeah, that is lovely. I've drunk about half of that now. We're gonna have some water. Also, it's not very warm, so in like a hot country, especially during like the warmer months of Italy, you don't want like a boiling hot drink, do you? So it's nice to just cradle in my hand and not be burned. It's good. And then the thing is that if I had to drink it quickly, you know, I could, because it's that small. Oh. My arm suddenly just started clicking. It's a very enjoyable coffee. It's not overpowering. It would be too much for someone who isn't a coffee drinker. I'll tell you that now. It's very intense. It's got very bright, sharp, instant flavors as you taste the espresso, and then it's got like very, I would say broad sort of across the tongue flavors as you taste it. But I think that would put people off who aren't like into intense coffees, flavor, like trying to get the undertone flavors of coffee sort of thing. Someone who just wants a coffee, this would probably be too much for them. Not too much for them in terms of like, you know, they would just be like, that's not my thing. Oh, now even as it cools, that's bringing out different flavors now. That sharpness isn't quite as bold. And now I'm getting more. Oh, I don't know what that is. It's very odd, but it's a very good espresso. I'm rightly so, because that coffee is roasted by Mr. James Hoffman's very own coffee shop, roastery place. Going full Irish coffee, all rum, 1 drop of espresso. I mean, we could do, but it's like midday on a Sunday. No, we're just having some espresso, and I'm enjoying it as it should be, nice and slow, and appreciating all the flavors. With a little bit of water to cleanse the palate. There we go. Last little bit now. Usually I'd take a longer to drink it if I was out and about, as I say. How are you, Demper, anyway? How's your weekend going? Right. I feel like I need to sneeze. Excuse me. You see, I'm struggling with that argument on not doing the Irish coffee. I'm not doing Irish coffee. You know, we're doing weirdly stressed. Why are you weirdly stressed? Are you, is it like the anticipation of the week to come? Is there something going on today? What's going on? Sunday. Sunday's for relaxing, chilling out, having nice coffees, things like that. Right, I'm gonna go empty this, and we'll do a cappuccino latte thing. I have returned. Ball of tension bouncing on your back of your head. Has no cause. Oof. Yeah, okay. Which means you can't relax, which means, yeah. I hope that eases up. Get some drugs. Drugs are good. Remember, kids, drugs are good for you. It's why we invented them. I mean the good drugs. The ones that your doctor would give you. Those are good, well, in the doses that they recommend, they're good for you. They have a purpose. Use them. Drugs bad, okay? 30 stream streak, 1 whole month. It's not though, is it? It's 10 weeks technically when you think about it. 3 streams a week. Oh, Twitch told me earlier that either just now or probably on Friday, I've now streamed 2,000 hours. 2,000 hours. Finally passed that milestone. It's insane. That's a lot of me. That's a lot of me you've had to deal with. I apologize. No refunds, unfortunately. There's no refunds. Therapy is provided. We will reimburse you 25% of the cost, but you do need to provide receipts and the therapist's letter saying I am the cause. It's the only way. Sorry. Is therapy neo cuddles? Yes, it is. Drugs might be causing it. Oh. Ah, right, yeah. Ritalin causes release of noradrenaline and dopamine, which puts you in a fight or flight mode. Take some vitamin B. Genuinely. So one of the things I learned when I did a mental health course is anxiety gives you that fight or flight. The whole point of anxiety is it's basically your body is in that fight or flight mode constantly, even when it shouldn't be, obviously. So your body has two sort of states. It has the fight or flight, you know, I'm on edge, I need to be aware of everything and everything's going on, and your brain's like, right, focus all your energy and all your focus all the body's sort of thing ready just in case I have to run or have to defend myself, you know. Make sure I'm ready. So all of your systems are kind of in that state of being prepared, which means other systems, including things like digesting food, because that is like that's not important when you're in a fight. You know, various things like healing. The body's ability to heal will be slower and sort of like cut down a bit when you're in that mode, because you're like, I don't need that right now. I need all my energy to do the thing, in case, you know, do the instant thing. So your body's in that state, right? This is what I was told. I don't know if it's accurate. I hope it's accurate. I'm gonna put this up one notch because it was a bit slow. Now a normal human flips between that mode and their normal mode. Let's call it standby mode, whatever. You know, your normal everyday mode, where, you know, your digestion's working full, your healing's doing its thing, and you're not constantly on edge. That's the other side of it. You know, there's other things. I'm using digestion and healing and resting and stuff like that as a good example. So being in fight or flight all the time is bad for your body. No shit. Which is why anxiety isn't great, basically, and that's why you're like always like tired and you're using up all your resources a bit more and stuff like that. So also during the fight or flight mode, your body's using I can't remember what chemical it is. It might be something to do with that adrenaline stuff, but that uses up a lot of vitamin B, apparently. So, and other things that use up vitamin B are things like processing alcohol and, you know, digesting alcohol and various other things like that. So your body gets a bit low down on vitamin B. Whenever I feel like I'm going to have a bit of an anxiety thing, I always have a vitamin B supplement tablet thing. And I don't know if it helps or whether it's a placebo effect, but it seems to help. But yes, maybe your vitamin B is low. That's the only reason I suggested that. Right. The dopamine makes you feel good about it. Dopamine isn't hitting. B according to C, C, or D. What? Still don't know which vitamin you recommend. B. Go to vitamin B12. Yeah. B12 and B6. Yes, B. B for buddy, not D. Vitamin B12, B6, and I can't remember what the other B's are. Those ones, yes. But apparently that's your body is using up vitamin B as well. Obviously get your vitamin D and your vitamin C as well, but apparently the fight or flight response of your brain and the chemicals it uses up more of that vitamin. I don't know if that's accurate or true. I was just told that, and I've gone off that advice. It also explains so much why after I drink alcohol, the next day I will feel huge waves of anxiety. Huge, if I don't take vitamin B supplements. I've just realised I'm not on the right. I'm on the right thing. Oh, the camera's died. Can you not? Can you not, please? Oh, I see. You couldn't actually tell which letter I was saying. Sorry. I thought I didn't quite understand what you were saying. Alcohol is a big depressant as well. Yes, as well. I think depression itself also may use this like a similar sort of chemical sort of thing, so maybe it's related. I remember being told it in terms of anxiety, and because I have anxiety, I latched onto that a lot. But yeah, it's apparently the processing of ethanol. I think it's ethanol. There's there's two parts to the alcohol you drink. There's the easy to process by your body stuff, and that's why you need to go to the toilet quickly. And then there's hard. There's the hard bit, which takes like 12 to 24 hours to process in your body. I can't remember which one's which, but the hard one gives you the hangover. That's why you get a hangover, because your body's like processing it, and that's why drinking more alcohol, your body starts processing the easy stuff again, and it eases your hangover. That's why hair of the dog seems to work. Until you've got to start processing the harder stuff again. And it's that harder stuff, I believe, is what uses the same vitamin to help break it down as your fight or flight mode sort of stuff. And that's why I think that was the theory. I don't know if it's accurate. This is what I was told. I think that's why the next day I will always have anxiety if I drink. To a certain extent, I've sort of been able to manage it by not drinking too much and making sure I take one of those vitamin B tablets every time I drink. But yeah, that's what I've been told. It seems to have worked out for me. There are other things that can help. Being able to get a source of dopamine, as you say, helps. Which is why exercise tends to help when you're having things like anxiety attacks. But yes, go get some vitamin B. B for brain. Hello, there we go. Someone here, part of the B12 Cool Kid crew. Certainly. Yeah. I mean, I've given that advice to people who have anxiety and are like, I don't know what to do when when I feel it coming on. It's like, you might literally just be down on certain vitamins. That's making it worse. It's not the cause of it. It's not, it's not just because you're it's just only going to make it worse. So at least you could do is try and help yourself there by upping that your vitamins, and it might reduce the effects a bit. Vitamin D supplements, yeah, vitamin D as well helps various things. There's definitely, I think there's the link between vitamin D and mental health, so, get your vitamins, people. Get your vitamins. That's basically it. Alright, this was coming out way too quick, but we will be okay with that, because we're going to do a little cappuccino of some sort. How are you doing today? Brig, how are you doing? How's your weekend going? The way I've been taught hangovers is that hangovers is basically your body telling you you poisoned yourself last night. Pretty much, alcohol is poison. A lot of things we consume is poison. But yeah, the actual science behind it is I think most alcoholic drinks will have the various components of alcohol in them. And one of them is hard to process, which is your body and it will give you a hangover problem. The other one is really easy to process, but will dehydrate you, which is why you need to go to the toilet a lot when you're out drinking. It's because that easy to process stuff, it goes through your system quite quickly, but it also takes up the water. I believe that's how it works. But then that makes the second bit, the harder to process stuff, harder because you're not then hydrated enough to process it. And it's also taking up a lot of the vitamins. Again, I don't know how accurate this is. Go do your own research. I'm not a professional. I'm just relaying information I've been told over the past 10 years or so. If I had my mental health book, textbook here, I have no idea where it is. I actually don't know where it is, but it basically details everything I've just said. Not the alcohol stuff, but it tells you about the anxiety and vitamins and stuff. Anyway, well, lovely chat for a Sunday afternoon. Shall we make some frothed milk? So I'm just frothing some milk here. I'm getting some bubbles up the top. And then I'm gonna break those bubbles up by plunging the wand a bit deeper in. While it also heats the milk up, it should also be like velvetizing the milk. I didn't put much milk in this, but it's also almost overflowing because I've added in a lot of water and air, as steam wands tend to do. Right, that is out up to temperature. Give it a quick clean. There we go. There we go, in the sweet spot for the temperature. Okay, now what I'm going to do now, as you can see, there's a nice thick bit of froth, but there's also a load of just hot milk underneath. So first of all, we break any big bubbles up by hitting it, tapping it. We'll hopefully break up some of those big bubbles, because we want nice smooth foam, we do. And the other thing we do is we do a thing, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Like folding the milk, you pour it from one container to the other, because that introduces more air and also mixes it much better. So we do that sort of thing. And I'll do that a couple of times. I can already see that's getting a bit more mixed in and liquidy. Let's get rid of those big bubbles again. There we go. Okay. Espresso shot. Double. In there. Now, this is going to be too much milk for this, so we'll give it a go. Oh, not quite. It's not very good art. It's not bad. It's a little bit of a heart there. Don't know if you can see that. There you go. Looks more like a penis. Tempering, baby, yes, yeah. I can't remember the actual term, but it's the folding between the two containers. Oops, I made a dick. Standard around here. I'm making weird mouth noises again. Why? What have I done? Oh, did the slopping of the milk was the sound a bit weird? Oh yes, okay. Anyway, there you go. A lovely heart. It's bleeding a little bit. That's all that is. It's just that, yes, it's a heart and some blood. There we go. Or possibly a dick. That's probably the best art I've done in a while. To be fair, I'm surprised that the foam came out quite so well. It is good. Anyway, do we have a taste? Ooh, that's a nice one. That is a nice coffee. Oh yes. Oh, it's got loads of those underlying flavors that I was talking about with the espresso, but none of that sharpness, which is my kind of thing. Like, I love the complex flavors, but the sharp and acidity, that sort of stuff, I could do without. I'm happy to have them if I'm having like an espresso or something strong like that. But oh, I love it when it's mellowed out as well. This is very much a sit down and just sip sort of drink. Nice relaxing sort of drink. I'm not sure if I'm worried about the dick being made part. I tried to do a heart. Actually, I tried to do like the feather thing, but it didn't quite come out. You can sort of see it. Hold on. If I go back here, you can sort of see like the waves of the lighter. It's good. I like it when the top-down camera just doesn't work, so I have to do this manually. You can see like so I was like feathering it out. You can see how it's pushed out a couple of lighter waves around the side. Because that's how you do that. You like feather it. You do like that sort of motion. Yes, I haven't quite got there yet with the old latte art. But, you know, I will one day. It is standard over here. It's very standard over here to accidental penis is what we'll call it. We'll call it the accidental penis. Not just in coffee, but in anything that requires art, drawing, anything like that. It's a good time for Kelthrise to turn up. Hey, how are you doing? We're drinking that coffee you donated. Gifted is the word I was looking for there. I made a straight up espresso and had that, and that was very nice. Very nice, very strong, very sharp, but lovely, lovely flavors. And then I've made a, it's looking more like a mushroom cloud right now. I don't know if you can see it without me. Oh, you know what? We'll get the Lego camera on the go, shall we? I'm going to be turning that on soon anyway. There we go. It's a little bit odd. It definitely looked like it was supposed to be a heart-shaped thing, and then it turned out to be a penis. Now, oh, it's just a ball sack. It's a baseball glove. Yes, there we go. Anyway, that's it for coffee time today. I think we'll be back next week for more coffee. Maybe I'll try more latte art and it'll turn out to not be phallic in shape. Who knows?